Tinubu jail sentence. US make 7 vital points today and disclose them to the public, and P2B can't just believe it. Breaking news. Well, the Chicago State University has continued to train after P2B made a move to recover the document and the certificate of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in order to present to the court as an evidence to tell the court that Bola Tinubu wasn't qualified to contest the just concluded presidential election. Despite Obi's efforts to withdraw and also discover Tinubu's certificate, Tinubu has plotted and has also liaised with Chicago University to make sure that Chicago University doesn't release these documents that P2B needs. Now the question now is, if Tinubu is sure he went to Chicago State University, why is he hiding his documents to the public? And why is he afraid to tell the public that look at what he graduated with in the Chicago State University? Ever since P2B made a move to recover his documents and also recover his credentials from Chicago State University, Tinubu has continued to frustrate his plans in cognition and also in collaboration with the Chicago State University. Now, there have been a U-turn in events because the Chicago State University, who told the public that the Bola Tinubu that went to the university is a female, they are now denying the fact that now Bola Tinubu actually went to the university, because this whole stuff is now becoming a mess. P2B went before and asked the Chicago State University, did Tinubu go to your university? They told P2B clearly and told his legal team clearly that no, the Tinubu that went to the university is a female on record. But now, why are you defending Bola Tinubu, the president of Nigeria? In my previous video, where I released a letter in which the Chicago University made viral, they clearly addressed Tinubu as a president of Nigeria, which is actually wrong. And now, here are the 7 points agenda that the Chicago State University released. Number 1 is, the Chicago State University claims that Tinubu graduated from the university in 1979. But before, bear in mind that before, they denied these facts, saying that the Tinubu that went to the university was a female. 2, they claim that the document article is requesting from the university through documents subpoena and the position subpoena are Tinubu's private educational records. If you watch my previous video, you will see where I mentioned the article made a move to retrieve Tinubu's credentials from Chicago State University, and the Chicago State University refused to release these particular credentials in order to save as evidence in the courts. Number 3, the Chicago State University said that the struggle to understand how Tinubu's grades and student records from the 1970s, dates, signatories, and certificates have any bearing on the 2023 presidential general election. This is becoming funny. The Chicago State University now are now questioning P2B an article that they can't see or they don't see any relation in Tinubu's credential being demanded as an evidence in the just concluded presidential election, that what P2B and article are looking for are irrelevant. This is becoming very interesting. Number 4, the Chicago State University are, however, of the view that since Tinubu himself intervened and opposed the discovery of these documents, they differ to Tinubu to A, defend the privacy claims of the documents, and B, defend whether all discovery of the information document is appropriate under the US laws. This particular number 4 actually means that under the Constitution of the US, they have no rights to disclose Tinubu's documents to the public. Bear in mind that P2B and article needs this. The US courts are clearly stating that this particular document P2B is demanding for is Tinubu's privacy. But now, the question now is, why did they say that Tinubu didn't attend the university, that the Tinubu that is on records was a female? Why is it that they find it difficult to disclose Tinubu's identity or to disclose Tinubu's credentials to the public? How can a president of a country be hiding his qualifications to the citizens of his part or of his country he claims he's governing? This is very, very wrong. 5, the Chicago State University argues that since they are not familiar with the legal systems in Nigeria and other legal principles, Tinubu, who is familiar with these issues and directly involved, should himself advance his arguments and objections. Now, what the Chicago State University are now saying is that if Tinubu doesn't intervene or doesn't give a go-ahead on this, his documents or his credentials won't be released to the public. This is getting interesting, and from what we are clearly seeing now, it shows that Tinubu is liaising with Chicago State University to make sure that P2B's efforts is in vain. 6. The Chicago State University also informed the courts that they held a conference with Atiku's lawyers, who told them that documents cannot be tendered at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal anymore, but that Atiku might introduce it when the case is appealed to the Supreme Court. Well, Atiku is indeed a bad boy. Because why did Atiku make this particular move? It clearly shows that P2B is also battling with Atiku. P2B and Atiku filed a petition against Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but now Atiku is making the forefront run and also trying to frustrate P2B's plans and also frustrate the efforts of P2B. Well, it remains to be seen if the Chicago State University will still release a particular document, but let's watch and see. 7. The Chicago State University begged the courts to rule on the case only after scrutinizing the status of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal and the possibility of any discovery from the document in the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. This means that the Chicago State University are now telling the Nigerian courts to rule on the case. From what we are seeing so far, it seems that Tinubu has a plan with Chicago University. Because after telling the public and telling the general public and also telling P2B's legal team that the Tinubu that attended that university is a female, they are now coming out openly to defend Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, as they claim, telling P2B's legal team that they won't release Tinubu's credentials because it is his private document. And if they want them to release the credentials of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself has to give a go-ahead on this. Well, fellow Nigerians, I don't know what to feel about this, but from my own point of view, I feel that Tinubu has bribed the officials of this particular university, which is hindering P2B's move in courts. Fellow Nigerians, do want to tell me what you feel about this case in the comment section below. Do want to like this video, share this video, and most importantly, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below so you miss the training updates about this particular case. See you in my next video updates. Bye.